before the sea claimed them. Long before the taverns whispered his name like a prayer or a threat. Davy Jones still walked on 2 human feet. Tortuga was already a wicked place then. Rotting docks, brothels stacked like barnacles, rum-soaked violence simmering just beneath laughter. It was the kind of island that swallowed men whole and spat them back out changed. Jones came not to drink or disappear, but to conquer. At his side was Macus, a towering brute with scarred knuckles and a shark's grin. Where Jones was calculating, Macus was hunger given flesh. He believed in 2 things, strength and gold. Jones believed in fate. They arrived at dusk. The sea was calm, too calm, as their ship cut through the water like a blade. No colors flew from her mast. No name graced her hull. Tortuga's lookouts barely glanced at her before turning back to dice and drink. That mistake cost them everything. The taking of Tortuga. Jones did not order cannons fired. He ordered silence. They landed in longboats, oars wrapped in cloth, men moving like ghosts. The first blood spilled behind the taverns. Throats opened before screams could form. Macus relished it, crushing skulls against walls, laughing as bodies slumped into the filth. By the time Tortuga realized it was under attack, it was already lost. Jones walked through the chaos untouched, coat unbuttoned, ice cold. He carried no blade at first, only a compass that didn't point north. It spun wildly as he moved inland, tugging him toward something buried deep beneath the island. Treasure. But first, power. The pirate lords of Tortuga gathered at the old fort, barricading themselves behind stolen cannons and desperate men. They shouted insults and promises of gold. Jones answered with strategy. He had their rum stores lit aflame. Smoke poured through the streets, choking defenders and drinkers alike. Panic spread faster than fire. Macus led the charge, smashing through the fort gates as if they were driftwood. The battle was brief and brutal. By sunrise, Tortuga belonged to Davy Jones. The docks ran red, the taverns burned, and atop the fort, Jones raised his own black banner, unmarked, unnamed, a warning without words. The treasure beneath the bone. With Tortuga subdued, Jones turned to the compass. It led him below. Beneath the island lay catacombs older than piracy itself. Stone tunnels carved by forgotten hands, thick with salt and superstition. Skeletons lay chained to walls, mouths open in eternal screams. Macus grew uneasy. "This place ain't right," he muttered. Jones only smiled. They found the first hoard sealed behind a stone door etched with sea beasts and stars. Inside lay chests of Spanish gold, gemstones the size of ice, relics stolen from sunken temples. Enough wealth to buy nations. But Jones barely glanced at the gold. The compass dragged him deeper. There, in a flooded chamber, they found the true prize. An ancient chest bound in coral and iron, pulsing faintly like a living heart. Symbols etched upon it spoke of bargains with the sea, of debts paid in blood and years. Macus reached for it. The water surged violently, slamming him against the wall. Jones stopped him with a raised hand. "This treasure," Jones said softly, "does not belong to the living." The compass finally stilled. Jones understood then. Not all treasure was meant to be spent. Some was meant to bind. The beginning of the curse. They took what gold they could carry and sealed the chamber again. But Tortuga was changed forever. The sea around it grew restless. Ships vanished. Storms gathered without warning. And Davy Jones? He no longer slept. He stood at the shore each night, staring into the black water as if listening to something whisper back. The compass never left his hand. Macus noticed changes too. The way Jones's eyes reflected moonlight wrong. The way his voice echoed faintly, as though spoken underwater. Soon, Jones would strike his infamous bargain. Soon, the Flying Dutchman would be born. Soon, men like Macus would no longer be entirely men. But that night, that first night after Tortuga fell, Davy Jones smiled at the sea, and the sea smiled back.